Hello, everybody. My name is Professor Pixel, back here on Madman with the Box, and joining me, as always, of course, is the Cyber Chris.
Gonna make that handle thing.
Little handle thing. That's right.
Expose my brain.
We're here today to, of course, discuss the next Doctor. That is a Christmas special. Which Christmas special was that? 2009?
No, I think it would have been just before it.
Just before it, 2008? Maybe. It doesn't really matter. It is showing the next Doctor, and it stars, of course, the 10th Doctor. But before that, of course, we have the Doctor Who News of the Week. And this week, we have been gifted with some news that's less controversial, though it might just be as controversial if you think
Maybe.
but maybe.
I hate to interrupt you. I will be back shortly. Hold the fort. Entertain the troops.
That's right. Well, actually, we could go ahead and say that Shudigawa, he has gone ahead and revealed on the official BBC Doctor Who account his look, and of course Ruby Sunday's look. And we could go ahead and look at the picture now. I'll try to zoom in, and we can go ahead and take a closer look. There's Shooty. There's, I believe her name is Millie. I can't exactly remember. But this is their look. And it's a look. I look at the boots. I'm not sure how exactly I feel about it. There's something that's just off to me. I think it might be just too much of the orange. If the orange was a different color, it might stand out better to me. As for Ruby's, I don't know. She's wearing something cute, I guess. But Shooty, yeah, he's keeping the mustache, I guess. I didn't know if he was going to keep the mustache, but this might be the first time we have in a while, a Doctor with facial hair, a Doctor that's staying, that is. I mean, John Hurt, he had facial hair, but it's not quite the same, is it? Somebody actually went ahead and drew a comparison, talking about, of course, a famous Doctor, one that we hold in high esteem, of Peter Cushing, of course, when he played Doctor Who in his two movies. Mustache, and they're wearing the brown coats, yes, and checkered trousers, yes. Where's his monocle though? That's the question. But it's all right. I should have clicked on that picture because we could have just gotten a look of him, but I think that maybe I wasn't looking for an outfit reveal. I don't know about other people. I know some people are like, oh, we're going to get it this week. This is the week. I didn't care. What the Doctor dresses in is, it's okay. Well, see, when we got the Jodie reveal, she was wearing her outfit, but it was still a reveal of the Doctor. So we got a reveal of her look with her. It wasn't just, oh, this is my look. But there's some details we can go ahead and look at. If we look right here, apparently Shooty has some rings that he's wearing, right? And that's a choice. You know, Capaldi, he wore, I believe, his wedding ring, actually. But somebody's saying right here, I'm not saying his rings are actually 13 Sonic repurposed, but how amazing would it be if it were? I'm not sure it would be that amazing. It's not an insult to him. I just don't see that being any meaning. Like, it's just a design look. Nobody questions 12's ring. Why question these? It's just style, darling. But I'll go ahead and X out of that. It's funny that Chris has gone ahead and left us for right now, because Jimmy is also not here. You may notice, being a diva again. He said he'll be here in just a few moments. It's just hectic over there right now. And there he is. He's back. He's back. That's right.
Much like the Cybermen, I'm back. I'm not going to explain how we survived.
You want me to pull up the picture again?
Yes. Was it Shooty's outfit?
Yep, we can see him right here with Ruby Sunday.
I will say, I don't like the color orange. I think he makes it work.
I love the color orange, and I think that he should wear a different color, actually. We're on different sides. I think it would be nicer with like a blue or a purple.
I will say, if the rest of the outfit doesn't work, I think it looks fine, but it could look better if it was a different sweater. If it was a different color.
Yeah, why matching? Why matching like, oh, look, my pants and my coat match. Isn't that nice? It's okay.
I'm fine with the matching coat and pants. The sweater is alright, but if it was a different color, because orange is too close.
Yeah, no, that's a real problem. I feel like he's also missing something, and I think other people have said that. He's missing something to his look. Like, he's even wearing like brown shoes. It's all brown. And I don't know.
Well, hopefully he has different outfits.
Yeah. I think this is just, let's go ahead and appease people. But let's give him something else. Didn't 12, sorry, not 12. Well, 12 did have a bunch of different looks. Didn't 11, he ended up having his look for like 2 seasons, and then suddenly there was, oh, look, I'm wearing this fine coat. That's, it's its own color. It's not just tweed.
Well, but he had, well, for a season and a half, he had the tweed with just variations of the bow tie and suspenders colors, either being red or blue. Then for the second half of series 6, he forgoed the tweed and wore the green, like full length, like jumper coat. Then he went back to the tweed, and it was just a slight variation. I think also same with the dress shirt. The dress shirt was slightly altered. Mm-hmm. And then yes, 7 is when he had the purple, which I'd say looked much better. It's probably when it comes to 11's outfit, one of his bests.
Well, I feel like I should go ahead and mention the time that I got to go to a panel with Peter Capaldi, and I went ahead and asked him about his outfit, because I remember hearing before that whereas you have Colin Baker, he wanted black, he wanted serious, he wanted all that. I heard the opposite was true for Peter Capaldi. So I went up. I was very nervous, but I went ahead and asked, hey, so did you get any input in your outfit? And he said, no, not really. They go ahead and they make our outfits, and then they keep changing them because they want the merchandising. They want the action figures. So yeah, that's why I have so many different ones. So yeah, we shouldn't expect to see him in this for long.
Yeah, hopefully there's either different colors or just even different outfits. Because like at least with Tennant had just, here's the brown one or here's the blue one, and they looked good.
No, he has the blue one again.
Oh, now he's got a mixture.
He's got a mixed blue. That's right.
He's got the brown with the blue.
Whereas
with Jody's was just like, let's just swap the color, just invert it, but like nothing else.
Well, that was when she was evil.
When was she not?
What do we have to say about Ruby Sunday? Anything? Like I said, it was cute, I guess.
It's a cute outfit. It's giving off very, for big Finnish listeners or who've seen her on the covers, very Lucy Miller vibes. if you ever seen a picture of Sheridan Smith as Lucy Miller, this looks like something she would wear, like almost close to it. Like, let's see if I can actually like find a picture of Lucy Miller.
He's at it. Watch
I'm at it.
Chris goes ahead,
At it again.
types in his Google query to go ahead, find the results.
You can find something similar.
He's looking.
I'm looking.
It's also a good moment to talk about how much jewelry Shooty has, because I showed a picture before. I don't know if I still have it up, but he has rings, and somebody was saying, "Oh, wouldn't it be amazing if this was the 13th Doctor's screwdriver repurposed?" Which I don't know about that.
I don't know.
But he has like 3 different rings on one hand. It's just jewelry. That's all it is. Like, it doesn't mean a lot. I also made a point to mention that he's keeping his mustache from the looks of it.
I'm fine. I'm cool with that. We haven't had a Doctor with an actual like mustache before, permanently.
That's true. John Hurt had facial hair.
Full beard.
That's right. And then of course Peter Cushing, but he was Doctor Who, not the Doctor.
Yeah.
So did you find a picture?
No, it's just behind this. It's just behind the scene cast photo. So it's not. I wouldn't really say Lucy's look, more Sheridan Smith's look, but it's somewhat similar. I think a lot of people saying it's very Rose-like. I'm like, depending.
People keep saying she just looks like a mix if Rose and Clara had a baby. Here she is, everybody, Ruby Sunday. So there we go. But somebody brought up a point and said that, okay, well, here's the total. If you want to cosplay as the 15th Doctor, that's a ridiculous amount of pounds. 1438.
Let me convert that into Australian. Okay, so I can at least do it by US. 1746 US. Jesus Christ. 1746. That is a little over 2.5k Australian to dress like the 15th Doctor. No thanks.
Yeah. You're saying that's all? So they went and decided, what are we going to do to dress them up? And they went ahead on this one website. Oh, sorry, 2 websites, and saying, oh, this looks fancy. Oh, this looks fancy. Look, this one's named Fred. Fred. Yes, this is the Doctor. Remember when the 10th Doctor wore what is it, Converse?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, jeez, Louise. Come on.
So, I don't care.
You don't want to dress up as the 15th Doctor?
No. I'm already basing my attire if I get casted as the Master.
Master. Oh, no, you didn't say it right.
Master.
It's so bad. It's great. Jimmy brought this up and said, because I think we discussed his outfit to enough length. I think that's enough.
Needs more bling. Actually, we didn't talk about the Gallifreyan nail art. That's an interesting addition.
The what?
Have you seen? Oh, there's a behind the scenes video of like him and of Shooty and Millie like showing each other's outfits to everyone, and there's a close up. There's a close up on his fingers, and it's he points it out. It's not just like his nail art that he put on. It's Gallifreyan nail art. I'm like, oh, that's very different for a Doctor.
I didn't notice that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay. So, talking about Shooty, though, he went ahead and shared some other pictures as well. Behind the scenes sneak peeks. And we can see they have the clapper. I don't remember what it's really called. But There we go. We can see there's a picture of him just there. I don't. You know what I'm thinking, and I know this is off topic, kind of. I think that the scenes of him saying, "What the hell is going on?" They're not hinting at the one preview. That's going to be him after 14 regenerates.
Maybe, yeah.
So, because his look right here, I think it's a still from the show, and yeah, that's what I just think. But we can also go ahead and take a look right here. We can see the TARDIS. The TARDIS. And if you look down there, you can see people. But that's it. We can't really speculate anymore. So,
Yeah, but it looks like they're keeping the Jodie exterior for the TARDIS, which I'm fine with. It's probably one of the better looking designs. The exterior, not so much the console room, but the exterior
room.
Well, they have, so
yes, I know. Okay. This also goes ahead and gives us an opportunity. Apparently, David Tennant's done again. He's already to the point in which he is done. At least if
I would think so.
Mysterio, yes, I'm more or less done.
It's only three specials.
We know that there's going to be some big finish 14th Doctor stuff, though, right? Like we know.
Well, I don't know. That's the thing. It seems I feel like these specials are just going to be maybe one after the other.
I don't know about that though, because you see, I would have felt it was like do no breaks, no stops. If they hadn't gone ahead and done within the last two, I haven't actually read them yet, but Liberation of the Daleks, the comic story, they went ahead and discussed with RTD what to do. And RTD says, like, it's within the first hour after he regenerates. So that's already giving us a break. So we're going to jump in with 10 after he's been off of that cliffside. He goes ahead, just zips right off, and he's contemplating life. So that's a break. You gave us space. You gave Big Finish a gap. A very dangerous game to play. But yeah, no. So I don't know. I think there will be enough of a gap for Big Finish to go ahead and fill.
I don't know. It depends on the specials. If it's going to be one big overarching story, or they're just going to be just separate, but there is something connecting them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not positive. I'm just going ahead and I'm making my guess. So there's only a few more things to go ahead and discuss. Jimmy shared this, and I don't really see the problem. I think he's just going ahead and saying that RTD could get in trouble. A federal judge apparently has ruled that movie studios, that's a key word, can be sued under false advertising if they release deceptive movie trailers.
I'm guessing he's alluding to the fact that the whole shooty scene in the 2023 trailer is not what actually is going to happen. The background is fake.
Yeah, I still don't. Yeah,
I don't really see.
Yeah, movie trailers are to give a taste of what's to come, and if things are different, that's how they're supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a case of, oh yeah, we're going to show you absolutely everything. And sadly, too many trailers are.
You mean the Batman vs Superman trailer? Yeah, we're giving you the entire movie in this.
I hated that trailer so damn much because as soon as they showed that
Doomsday.
Batman and Superman at the end would be teaming up, why did I come? Wonder Woman. But that's the end of that one. Let's go ahead and discuss a little bit of drama that's no longer drama, and if you make drama of it, let's just stop. It's not worth it. But Eve Miles, who we talked about last week, she and John Barrowman. John Barrowman was throwing shade her way. However, on her Twitter, Team Eve Miles, she goes ahead and says that John and her have talked and they're all fine. They loved working together, and given an opportunity, they would both jump back into Gwen and Jack tomorrow. So stop the hating, have a peaceful Christmas, and nobody has talked to her about a reboot. So that's that. We're done. Yeah. That's the end of the drama. But it's nice to know that she would come back. Gotta love her down here. I have been approached for a reboot. I believe she was in one episode.
That's Tosh.
Which shows so she was in more. I haven't actually seen Torchwood. I got to a point.
Yeah, she's a main character.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. I didn't care about Torchwood. I really didn't. The Prime Doctor Who. That's what mattered. But obviously she's joking. So one last thing, which speaking of Torchwood is actually quite prevalent. Big Finish has a release coming soon, and they've gone ahead and revealed the cover. The First Doctor adventure starring Stephen the Man Noonan, The Demon's Song. And this is just a gorgeous cover.
I love it. That's what I need, more variety. While I do love the cover artists on Big Finish, they're all starting to look a bit samey.
Did you see the posts of the guy who actually went ahead and hand painted it? Because it's hand painted.
Yeah.
Beautiful work. Beautiful work.
Because he did it. He also did the one for that Big Finish released, Jekyll and Hyde. He did the cover for that as well. Mm. He's also the voice of Harry in the Fourth Doctor Adventures.
There we go.
Harry Sullivan. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know, because
yeah,
we obviously heard Harry in what was it? Doctor of War Genesis.
Yep.
Yes, that's right. Well, his work here is brilliant. The Y is the First Doctor's head bandaged up.
It's obviously just used as a reference. I forgot the episode, but there's the one where the First Doctor has his head bandaged up. So.
I remember, but I figured it had something to do with the plot too. I don't think he would have just you think
Maybe.
he just used it.
I don't know. Who knows?
You know what? I'll keep the bandage there. It looks nice.
Who knows? Yeah, but I'm
who knows?
I'm loving the cover. It's great. I'm getting the box set.
Yes, he is.
Got to support Stephen Noonan. He watched my reviews.
Yes, actually, I got to finish The Miniaturist. That was quite good. It was quite good. I think I like that more.
You like that more?
So, see, The Outlaws, and sorry to go ahead and take us off on a different side. See, The Outlaws is a lot of fun. It has the monk in the First Doctor. Oh, well, you know, he's being quite silly. But there's such a serious tone to the second one that comes across just, it hits all the right notes. So it's really hard for me to pick which one, but the second one just left such an impression by the end of it.
I would say the second one is a good mixture of someone modernizing a classic episode, because that's what it felt like. Whereas The Outlaws felt like a very classic Who episode. Like
I can agree with that.
It's a historical setting. Like has kind of very little to do with sci-fi outside of the monk.
Yeah. It's all.
Yeah, while the Miniaturist is a kind of a combination of the two.
Right, yes, I agree. Also worth talking about, I also listened to the First Doctor Adventures, the first volume, still in the middle of the second story, but starring David Bradley. It's very nice. I forgot how much I loved the Doctor, Susan, Barbara, and Ian team. And it's very nice to have a touch of that again. Problem Being says Sean Hughes is the first modern modern First Doctor. You will hear of him when I'm done mixing his first audio. Oh, okay. Well, now I'm very interested. We have Twitters. They should be linked down below. Make sure to send that to us on the Mad Men with Box Twitter. Send a request. I'll approve it. No question. I'm very interested in hearing that.
No, he won't.
Yes, I will. You wouldn't know. All right. So, with that being said, I think that's all the news of this week. I think we've gone through it, and there's still no Jimmy. So it's good to say that Jimmy's pretty much done for the evening. We'll go ahead and make that case, but we can go ahead and move on to our discussion of the next Doctor. That is the Christmas Carol. We went ahead and rolled for it. The Christmas special. Sorry. That we're going to review this evening. And of course, it has the Doctor and the Doctor. That's the very big twist. Oh, okay. I'm very interested.
The Doctor.
Yeah, the next Doctor. Yeah, I look forward to it. Problem being. But yes, with the next Doctor, it seems that the you can type as long as you can do audio mixing, it should be okay. With the next Doctor, it seems like such an interesting concept. Are you revealing the next Doctor Who in this episode? By the point that I first watched it, and of course watched it again, no, they're not. But it's such a fun concept. I think that this one is very enjoyable. But it's one of those specials that feels very Christmas light. Like other than Christmas dinner at the end, it's thrown in. And overall, though, it's a fine episode of Doctor Who. Good night, Problem.
It being Christmas really has nothing to do with the episode. But then again, this was released a couple years before it. Christmas Carol is the definitive Christmas episode when it comes to Doctor Who. No, with this episode, no, I still always enjoy it. I still always enjoy this episode. It's a lot of fun. What's the actor's name? Is it David Morrissey? Yeah, David Morrissey.
Yes.
As Jackson Lake as the Doctor. He's great. Why haven't we gotten a story yet where he actually was the Doctor? I think he'd do a really good job.
That's right. Come on, Big Finish. Where's the next Doctor's adventures?
Yeah, where's the next Doctor? Jackson Lake in the story is great. The Cybermen I thought were fine.
Yeah, they exist.
They're mainly just pawns for the actual villain of the story, which is Miss Hartigan.
Miss Hartigan, yes.
Who's like somewhat hamming it up, being like, I'm sinister. I'm the sinister female villain. You never asked my name. I've seen you looking.
It's definitely one of the more forgettable notes, honestly. She exists, and the rest of the story is the Doctor trying to figure out, oh my gosh, this is the next Doctor? Nope. And TARDIS. Oh, what does it stand for? What does it stand for? It's like...
Let me find it. Tethered area release developed in style.
The sonic screwdriver.
The sonic screwdriver. It's a screwdriver because it makes a noise. Ting.
It's so like you can see the Doctor at the end. What? This is not right.
He's like so excited, and then when he sees what it actually is, he's just really let down. He's like, yeah, we'll go to my TARDIS. Your TARDIS. It goes and it's just a hot air balloon.
But seeing the 10th Doctor on a hot air balloon is pretty great. However, I have to say that the ending of this is truly where it taps into the Doctor and where he's turning the Time Lord victorious of it all. Especially with, like, he says to Miss Hartigan, who's sitting there, "Well, this is your fault. This is what you did, and this is what you made me do." She ends up blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. She and the Cybermen just. Should we talk about the Cyber King?
Yes.
So they have basically these tanks.
Yeah. A huge dreadnought ship, they called it.
Cyber King.
And it just even before, like, such an out of the place moment in history that even Stephen Moffat had to be like, okay, I'm gonna work this in because it makes no sense that no one would remember this. That no one in, like, Victorian era, well, close to Victorian era London would remember a giant figure that was shooting at them. This giant metal man that was shooting at them. And it's like, oh, well, I've got this thing with the cracks in time. Let me fix that for everyone.
Yeah. So it's just a case.
It's just weird how weirdly selective Russell was with what humanity remembers or not. Because then you have not 2 episodes later with Waters of Mars, you have Adelaide having remembered, like, the Daleks in Stolen Earth Journey's End.
Yeah.
That being a prime motivator for, like, her going into the stars. It's like, okay, so certain things.
Yeah.
Only certain things.
So, it is really a case of, and you never made me think about that before. Not really.
Yeah.
Waters of Mars. I love that episode. I forgot that was her motivation. So I think the Moffat way is better. Oh, humanity. They forget everything in 10 seconds anyway. No one cares. They move on quicker than you think. Anything aliens? No. It's conspiracy. When it comes to this episode, though, I think that the Doctor being able to interact with the next Doctor was truly the star of this show. Just their interaction was great. Rosita's okay. She's there. Like, oh, look, I'm his companion. Okay. But when it comes to Tin and Mr. Lake, Jackson Lake, I think that is where that makes this episode worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I sadly was not around during this point. The 11th Doctor was just pretty much getting started, or his was it season 6 when I got into the Doctor Who. So I don't know if there was any talk of, oh wow, wait a minute, this is the Doctor meeting the next Doctor. If that had any factor at all during this production,
I don't know.
Yeah. So that would have been a fun news cycle, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's that's what piqued everyone's interest, because I think this would have been around. I think it would have been around the same time. I don't know when. I got to see when David announced that he was leaving, because I think it might have been before this episode.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was before the special, so they went ahead and said,
Let me see.
There's a few more to go, and then he's gone, guys.
He's
looking. Will he find it? We don't really know, do we? What do we see?
2 months.
2 months.
Almost
Before?
2 months. Almost 2 months in 2008. He announced that he was leaving.
There we go.
So I think I don't know if I'm going to assume because it says that like Russell had a couple different ideas for this episode, but I don't know if like the idea of there being another Doctor was maybe just like thrown in last minute to like tease people. It's like, oh, David's leaving, and look, he might meet his successor soon. It's like, oh no, but it's actually not really the Doctor.
Yeah, and Davey's talking about Miss Hartigan. That's best left just not discussed. Because the idea for the character is very, I don't know. Like, I almost want to go ahead and read it. So, Davies, apparently at the time, when talking about her, describes her being a part of the Victorian age, a powerless woman who's been in servitude or far worse all of her life. And he wouldn't go ahead and say what her profession is because there are children listening and watching. There's only so far that he should go. But she's had terrible things done to her. She's a really twisted character because she sexualizes everything. She makes so many innuendos. Oh, rising, just like a man. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know. It's yeah, Miss Hartigan is not the reason to watch this episode. And that's not because of her performance. It's just I don't think in the end of it, she's just a poor villain. She exists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we go ahead and give our rating for this episode?
Yep.
All right.
Go ahead.
You go ahead. No. You go ahead and you do it. I did the hosting. You go ahead and you do you do the first one. Come on. Out of 10.
Out of 10, I'd probably give this I'd give it a 7. I think it's a solid episode. That's a lot of fun. Yes, it is a bit weak when it comes to the antagonists. They're mainly just there to propel the plot. No, but I think back watching this for the first time back in 2008, being like, oh, is this actually the Doctor? Like, but even then, when it turns out it's not, it's still a good twist to the episode. And I think David Morrissey does a great performance as the Doctor / Jackson Lake. But yeah, 7 out of 10. It's a solid episode. As a Christmas special, it's not really the best because it really has nothing to do with Christmas.
I watched A Christmas Carol last night, and I'm like, okay. I knew it was good, but I forgot just how perfect of a Christmas episode that is.
It's probably towards the bottom when it comes to being a Christmas special.
Yeah.
If it's celebrating Christmas, it doesn't do a particularly good job until the end.
Yeah, and like, even then,
Christmas dinner.
Yeah, it just gives. Oh, Doctor, you just killed a woman. Sorry about that. You also killed a bunch of Cybermen. Good on you. You want to come for dinner? You know, don't be alone. I'm very glad that at the end, I forgot that he actually went with him. I thought he got in okay, give me a minute. Let me go inside, and then he just disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to agree. I think it's a 7 out of 10. It's a good Doctor Who episode. It's not a great Christmas special, but I'm not going to do Landry rankings where I go ahead and do a second one for that. But it's a good Doctor Who episode. It lacks certain things that make it a great Doctor Who episode. But, you know, the Doctor's good. The next Doctor, he's brilliant. Where's our Big Finish series? And that's that.
I mean, hey, if you want to commit to bringing Unbound back, there's an idea.
Oh yeah.
Just give me a writer's credit. There we go.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it for this week, but we're just making it to 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and extend it by going ahead and inviting people to join us for our rolling this evening. We're going to be doing a Big Finish review this week. That means you have a week to prepare. You better be watching. So let me go ahead and get what side of dice am I supposed to get?
Well, there's
10.
10.
Yep.
If 11, if you want to, well, 12, 11 or 12, if you want to count the Chronicles, but I don't think we will.
No. We did a Chronicles once. I'm sorry, it's just not the same. It's not the same at all. It should have just been released as a book. If you're going to have it like that, just release it as a book. Come on, Big Finish. But yes, I have my 10-sided die. 6! Yes! Yes! Pull up that wiki. Pull up that wiki. We need to start thinking.
Well, the thing is, there's the monthly. What are we going to go? Monthly adventures or 6 Doctor adventures? Because he doesn't have quite a lot when it comes to the adventures. Because we've already done Trial of the Valeyard, and I've already done reviews on both Waterworlds and Purity Undreamed.
Okay, we'll just do the monthly adventures then. How many stories do we have to roll?
Oh, it's gonna take me a while.
It's gonna take a bit.
Entertain the troops again. It's gonna take me a while.
He's got to do the maths.
I have to do the maths, unfortunately.
I'm very excited. Just recently listened to the Sirens of Time, so I got the
debut.
The debut. Yeah, exactly. So you get an adventure with each of the Doctor. The 6th Doctor. It's an astounding how young he sounds. He sounds just like he did in the show then. Whereas if you listen to him now, he still sounds great. He still sounds like Colin Baker. But he's got some age to his voice. It's not like Sylvester McCoy, who keeps his voice just eternally youthful. It's a lot like, actually, Peter Davidson. His voice also shows a bit of age to it now. Even when you listen to Spare Parts, I feel he's got that. The years have passed since I wore celery on my collar. But yeah. 6th Doctor sucks. No, he doesn't, Jimmy. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. And we're about to listen to some great work. But we gotta go ahead and let Chris go ahead and figure out how many adventures that we have to pick out of. I just hope we don't get any like parters like with Jamie, because his is like a 3-part arc. So yeah. But Sirens of Time, it was great. And it's just like Chris said, if you listen to it, the Doctors in this one aren't actually insulting each other. I mean, the 5th Doctor tries to make a jab at 6 because he makes the decision that he has to go ahead and go forward with. I'm not wrong. He only had 2 seasons. No, it's because the BBC sucked. And actually, they still kind of suck. No offense, but complete offense. And again, Trial of a Time Lord. I need to go ahead and dig back because we did a review of Trial of a Time Lord on this channel. Jimmy never posted it. We're telling on Jimmy this evening. That's right. You get all the details here.
84.
84. Okay. I don't have an 84-sided die.
Why not?
There actually is a 100-sided die. Which I can actually ask Google to roll. So we can show it on camera. Why not? Let me go ahead and incognito because you don't need to see what I've been Googling. And I'll enter dice. Oh, come on. Roll. Oh, dice roller. This is exciting, I know. Here we go. Let me show the screen. Here we go. Together now. No, we don't need a modifier. Do they not have a 100-sided die? Royce Fuller. We're doing it together. Roll a D1. Okay. Roll a die. Okay. And let's go. 18.
All right, let me count again. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
He's getting there. He's almost
11.
There we go.
12.
Oh.
13.
Okay.
14.
David did it again.
15.
Shooty.
16.
Okay, we're almost there. No more doctors.
17.
Alrighty.
18. The Juggernauts, a Dalek story. Davros and Dalek story.
We win. We win. We win. Yes.
Oh, and the Mechanoids.
The
Interesting.
Mechanoids. We haven't seen them in a while.
And it's he's traveling with Mel.
Alrighty. Yes. Yes, that is perfect. Let me go ahead and pull up.
I should have that, so there we go.
Yeah,
all set.
You should. If you don't, then I'll be there. The Juggernauts, Doctor Who. I want to go ahead and show the picture so that way people can be prepared. Here we go. Hold the picture. Sorry about that. Make it small. That's not good. Okay. And they don't want to give it to me. All right. Well, I'll show the Google page because we're professional here. But you can see right here the Juggernauts, Davros, with Mel and Colin Baker as one of the best doctors. Oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be great. So join us next week for our review of the Juggernauts and whatever Doctor Who news there is during the week. And I don't know. Have you listened to this one yet, Chris?
Juggernauts? No.
So it's going to be a first one for all of us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I've been slowly catching up. I think I've only listened to 3 stories this week. Two of which were with the Master. I Am the Master and Mastermind. And the other one actually did have the Master, but it was one of the short trips. So it was a narrated story by Mrs. Actor.
Yeah, and there's going to be a release of a short trips coming soon, and a lot of hype.
Yes.
A lot of hype.
An 11th Doctor one.
Ooh. With his new companion. We'd all rather hear Chris talk. He's the best of us. And yes, your hate of the Sixth Doctor is well known and unwarranted. But that is the end. We want to thank you so much for joining us this week for Mad Men with Box. We had a great time. We hope you did too. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the channels. He has a vlog channel. Jimmy has a vlog channel. I do not. But we have a great time here, and we hope you do as well. And we'll see you next week for the Juggernauts. Like, comment, subscribe.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays.
That's right. Very Merry Christmas. Alonzi.